Hi everyone and welcome to this new Twinmotion tutorial. In today's video we'll be looking at Lumen, our new dynamic global illumination and reflection system that provides highly accurate lighting and reflection in a real-time rendering environment. To enable Lumen, you will need to come in the Property panel in the Render tab, and here you will find under the Global Illumination Lumen. As we can see above here, we have both the real-time and the path tracer mode, and Lumen is under the real-time mode. You can switch from standard to Lumen and see the difference Lumen brings in that scene. So here, if I click to standard, as you can see, I don't have any more light bouncing on the wall, on the ceiling, and coloring the space. Also, the reflection is way more accurate, as we can see here in that picture frame here, we can see the back of that chair. And in more general, all objects feel more anchored in the scene, as we can see here the shadow that is created behind the heating system here. As I mentioned in the beginning, Lumen is a real-time system. That means here, if I start to change the time of day, Lumen will adapt in real time to the change of lighting. To better see that, I'm going to apply a different material on the ground. So I'm going to the materials. Let's try, for example, with the plastic and drag and drop that green rough plastic on that carpet. As we can see here, my ceiling, my walls here turn automatically green. I'm going now just to change the color of that, again to just better show you the effect it brings to our scene. In some cases, it takes a couple of seconds to adapt to the big change of color here, but it's also the case when you have a sudden change in terms of lighting. You can increase in the property here the lighting update speed. Here, when you update that, when you raise the update speed, the change in terms of lighting will be much faster, but it starts to add some artifact as we can see here. And it really depends on the kind of scene you are working on. Here I only have those windows that bring light inside our project, so that's why I have a lot of those artifacts. If you have some bigger window, bigger entry of light, you won't see them that much, and you will be able to increase the lighting update speed. In this project, I will leave it to 0.5, which is a fine balance for this scene. For the other settings, the one that is really important is the Visualize Mesh Conflict. When you turn that option on, it seems to show a very low resolution of your viewport, but it's a really important view. All the objects that are magenta are too complex and are not handled by Lumen. Same thing for the area that are yellow. They are either too small, too big, or too far away to be able to be rendered by Lumen. So in our case here, we can see that the side of my frame, I have that wall here, and I have also those ceiling lights, and each of those are not currently contributing to the Lumen calculation. If I turn the option back off, as we can see in the scene, it doesn't look that bad, it actually works. But if we look at those objects in a reflection, in a mirror, or just some glazing, you will see those objects appear fully black, because again, they are not officially supported by Lumen. So it can work in some cases, but just bear in mind that if you see some object black in a reflection, that's because they are not supported. If you want to learn more about how to fix some of those issues, it's detailed on our online documentation. Same thing if the Lumen option is not available, you might need to check the system requirement also on our documentation website. The other setting that we can find under the global illumination is the scene details. Here you can set the size at which objects are culled by Lumen. A lower value includes more objects, but it will increase the RAM usage. So it depends on the machine you are working on. Here on this project, I left this by default, and I also left the view distance at default. Down here you will also find the settings for the reflection. Everything is detailed in more detail in the online documentation, but we have just basically two settings, one that controls the quality of the reflection and one that controls the number of bounces. Bear in mind that Lumen is not designed to be used for mirror or highly reflective objects. In those situations, the path tracer will be more suited. Let's have a look at another side of our project now. So I'm going to turn the camera, I'm going to navigate to another room. Right now, the lighting in that space feels a bit flat. It's because here I just enlightened the room with some area light. It's because in Lumen, when there is a room, a space that doesn't have enough lighting in it, you will start to see some artifacts. So for example here, if I turn off the light, as we can see, we start to see those weird artifacts on the wall. Again, it's because we don't have enough lighting coming in the space. The first step will be, like I did here, to add an area light, to bring more light inside our scene. What you can also do is just turn the position of the sunlight so we can have actual light coming inside our space. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to come to the ambience, environment, and I will scroll to the bottom here for the location. Here I'm just going to drag that slider until we have some sun coming inside our project. And as you can see, it updates in real time, and now we have a really nice lighting bouncing on the ceiling and on the walls. One also important thing is that some of the artifacts that you can see on screen will be much smoother in the final export, because with everything in the final export we crank the quality of the lighting, the shadow, the reflection. So what you see in the viewport is not the quality you will get in your final rendering. Back into that part of the project, just to show you that Lumen is not only working with the sunlight, it also works with emissive material. For example, here, that bone light that is coming from the library is just emitting some light through the emissive material. Let's just put it back here. I'm going to hide this and I'm going to show you that in more detail. I'm going to the object, primitive. I'm going to simply drag and drop that sphere, that 1 meter sphere. I don't want to have a sphere that big, so I'm just going to scale it down. I'm going to select the material picker, click on the sphere, and here I'm just going to raise the intensity of the emissive. So here, as you can see, now that sphere is actually enlightening my whole project. I can move the sphere around and see the impact of the lighting. We can of course also customize the color of the emissive and see how it will affect our project. And that's it for this quick introduction to Lumen. If you want to learn more, there is a very detailed article on our online documentation. Thank you everyone for watching that video, and we'll see you all for the next one. Bye everyone!